Today we are going to discuss for UPSC an important issue, that is introduction to agriculture investment and development in India. Prior to understand, you have to understand the role of agriculture in Indian economy. After then you can really realize why the investment in agriculture is more important issue for achieving the present target of the government of India, that is inclusive welfare. In itself a dynamic target in a new India, that is the investment in agriculture. First, you go through the statistics of this topic. As you know, recently the contribution of agriculture in GDP consistently decrease. Our agriculture GDP contribution is decreasing, but the population dependence on agriculture is not decreasing accordingly. As you know, till now 45% of total population depends on agriculture, and now the agriculture contribute in GDP only 16%. Point is clear. It means if our 45% people are depends only 16% GDP, and in future further agriculture contribution in GDP decrease but population remain constant, then it will have the serious repercussions. And what is our target to achieve the 2045 developed India? Some extent you can understand what happened. I would not like to say any word regarding that point. Our expectations are high. Our policies also focused according to our expectations, but the scenario is quite different. And as you know, our public sector investment in recent past round about 8 years, that is 2024 to round about 2016, the agriculture public sector investment is round about 8%. It is comparatively less than private sector investment. But if we compare this investment with the previous year, say 2004 and 5, definitely it is increasing. In this year it was round about 6%, and prior it was very less, round about 1.3%. It means somewhere public sector investment saw the increasing trends in agriculture. I would like to quote you one study done by Gulati and Batala. What the study show that if our public sector investment in agriculture, specifically in irrigation, say increased by 10% of agriculture GDP. What does it mean? Recently our agriculture contribute in GDP 16%. It means 10% of agriculture GDP will be 1.6% of GDP. If we increase this investment, specifically in irrigation, Gulati and Batala in his Punjab study find out that it will increase the GDP agriculture growth rate by 2.4%. It means the deficiency of infrastructure in agriculture is the main constraints. And as you can know and you can see, under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, our government focused on the infrastructure development. And similarly in the budget 2023-24, government allocate 10.5 lakh crore rupees for the all over infrastructure development of the economy. And they are equally focused on the development of agriculture. As you can see, the multiple steps, multiple policies, multiple decisions taken by the government for the better development of our agriculture. It may be per drop, more crop, paramparagat krishi, zero budgeting, natural farming, etc., etc. Ultimate thrust is what? To develop the agriculture by investing huge funds. And as you can see, and as I priorly discussed with you, that agriculture sector contribute in GDP. This is the second largest source of employment generation. If we consider the first largest source of employment contributor, that is agriculture, round about 45% people directly depends on agriculture, and in this way they are getting the employment opportunity. Similarly, you can see our agriculture also contributing in export. out of total export, if you include manufacturing export, oil, lubricant, and third sector, that is agriculture, out of total export, round about 13 to 15% of India's contributed by the agriculture sector. In total world rice export, our contribution is round about 17%. And as you can see, recently the crisis in the global economy due to Ukraine war done by Russia on Ukraine, the supply of wheat in the international market were decreasing, and we are capable to export the wheat in international market. That is the export contribution of our agriculture. You can see that kinds of contribution. What says us? It give us the guideline that we have to further increase the public sector investment in the development of agriculture, because till now out of total agriculture land only round about 55% is irrigated. It means 55% is irrigated, means now 45% agriculture depends on rain or monsoon, etc. Further, you can see what are the government initiative. As I discuss you, there are the multiple initiative. You can also see here. Farm subsidy. Priorly, government is providing the direct indirect subsidy to the farmer on fertilizer, seeds, pesticides, credit, irrigation facilities, etc. But recently government find out that that kinds of indirect subsidy promoting the corruption in system, and farmers are not getting adequate subsidy for the development of agriculture. That is why they begin to focus on which one? Direct subsidy. Under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme, government is providing at least 6,000 rupees per farmer per year, so that our farmer can avail the inputs facilities on the basis of this price provided by the government. That kinds of subsidy strategy of the government is motivating the farmer to produce more. Again, irrigation infrastructure, as I discussed with you, for the irrigation development, government are motivating the farmer as well as creating per drop more crop, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sinchai Yojana. Under that kinds of reform, market reforms are there. If you go through last 3 years, 3 major reform, this year means 2023-24 budget, drone. Our government is providing the drone facility. These drones will sprinkle the seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, etc. They will supervise the crop, etc. Prior this budget in 2022-23, our government also started what? That is blockchain technology. And prior this year 2021-22, government introduced the what? That is third policy. What is that? ENAM. That kinds of market reform also providing the better remuneration, better reward to the farmer and increasing their income. Similarly, you can see the opportunities for investment in agriculture, specifically technological advancement, crop diversification, supply chain infrastructure. These are the 3 desired areas where we can invest maximum technological advancement. Now, our IT sector is